You ever have one of those days where you feel like you need to point out to people that that lady in the opening countdown and my channel intro, that's Mother Soteria from my Blinded Angel story, and my Santa Claus story takes place in the same setting. Hi, my name is Charlie. I'm a non-binary sci-fi fantasy writer, and hopefully you are having a good NaNoWriMo. I am not alone today. I am joined by the magnificent, so magnificent, I want to give everyone her last name, Megan McCarthy. Now let's see if I can do this without adding your last name to anybody else. English has failed me. The amazing, the fabulous, the mistress of horror, the new writer of a vampire romance, Laura Nettles. And the wow, I missed that stream because you stream early. Why my brain no work at that time? The phenomenal writer, the writer of so many things. I feel like I'm starting to get a run for my money. Kellyo. No, I didn't time that just right. I wasn't stretching for time. No, I never. I would never. Oh my goodness, how is everybody doing? I hope you've had a relatively good NaNoWriMo. Mine was going very well. I got 4 chapters of the Santa Closet out last week. Saturday was darkness. And I'm doing better now. Everything's better. I'm actually writing again. I will be getting chapter 5 done today and out to them to get up. But yeah, I really haven't written since Friday because Saturday was the darkness. So hopefully you are having a better time with it. And even if you're not, you know what? I'm not mad at it. I got to play video games with my husband all day yesterday. Got to hang out with a very supportive friend on Saturday who saw the darkness trying to destroy me and did everything in his power to make me giggle. And that is amazing. And all of the wonderful people at the various hangouts, as well as doing the wonderful stream with Glory on Monday. So it's fine. I knew going into this I probably wasn't going to win Nano. Nothing has changed. How are all your projects doing? Don't you start barking.
They're okay. They could be better. I've been job hunting mostly, and it's weary work. That's all I have to say about that.
If anybody knows how to code, Monomi Park is hiring. Like their ad was so good, their help wanted was so good. I was like, I know how to code. No, you're doing too much already. No, but they offer full dental. No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Nope. So Laura, tell me about the vampires.
Well, I've been getting some help from Jana Gordon on she went over chapter 1 with me, well, for me, and then messaged me. So the romance seduction was happening a little too fast. So she's like, we're going from this point to this point within one sentence, stretch it out a little. I was like, okay, I'll stretch it out a little here, a little here. So
I mean, she's not wrong, but the number of MLM stories that I've read, like published, like professionally published fics that start like in media dirty, like it's a lot of them. Like I didn't find that out of character for the genre, for this particular genre, because like, yeah.
But she had good points, and so I have added like 600 words to the chapter.
I welcome reading them.
Oh gosh,
I can't wait to read it.
it's in the beta reader feedback section of Charlie's Discord.
Yeah.
It's the redraft beta version.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've sent her chapters 2 and 3. We'll see what happens. And then Charlie, I will need your help.
It is hard to underestimate or misstate exactly how thirsty a lot of MLM romance is. And don't even get me started on MLM erotica. Like if you read an MLM erotica and they put clothes on, it's like, ooh, you're doing something different. What's this? Like it's like it is a special world unto itself. And now for something completely different. How is all the bloody deathy vampire stories going?
I haven't written at all this month. Because job.
Job.
Yob.
Why are you yob? Why are
But I
you
like my job.
That's good.
good?
So
Yeah, we are apparently starting a second business thanks to one of the things that passed, one of the ballot initiatives that passed yesterday in our state. So if you know anything about the ballot initiatives that passed in our state, no, we're not starting a private militia that will work only for the governor, and we're not going to force the municipalities to. Oh no, that's the thing that's happening. My state passed an initiative where the governor has exclusive control over his own private militia now, and the state can tell local municipalities how many cops they have to have on the payroll, and then the city has to figure out how to pay them. Yay! But we also get legalized marijuana. So
hey,
6 of one, half a dozen of the other, I guess. But yeah. A chef went, ooh, a new ingredient. How do I business do? So things get interesting. So interesting. Let's see who is here. Hello, Maggie. How are you doing? Hopefully you're back. If not, I hope the goats are having fun. Okay, so here's my guess. It's Spanish, French, and Yiddish. And if so, I did enjoy. If not, I am confused. Still enjoyed, but need input. Need the input. Hello, Cool Gamer. How are you doing today? Woo!
Woohoo.
I feel like you got to bring the energy somehow because, when you don't have it internally, like find a way to make it work. Alrighty. So it has been quite a nano for at least.
Oh, Spanish,
Ooh.
Japanese, and Yiddish.
Oh, Romanji. Okay, I pronounced it wrong then. Because I saw
Jane. It's like, I think that's Japanese.
Yeah, I saw La Jeune. I went La Jeune. I just immediately went French because I saw La, because I am racist. But I love the French. They listen to my podcast in insane numbers, so I am contractually obligated to. I don't understand. If you are one of the French people that listens to my podcast, please explain. I have so many questions. Like, not mad at it, just very confused of why I can literally say I'm bigger in France. I never thought that I would. Like, I know I'm like collecting.
I thought you meant like I am bigger in France. Like the food.
No, like I have throughout my life collected like as many cliches as I possibly could. No. I'm bigger in France with one that I didn't think would be a cliche that I would pick up. But at least as far as the podcast goes, I'm bigger in France. And I don't understand this. I really don't. It's a thing.
What am I doing right over here? And how can I make it work? Wait, how? I read that wrong. What am I doing right over there? And how can I make it work here? There, much better.
I guess I should be practicing mine as well. Deorut. How are you doing? I know how to say that.
Trois arbres. There are 3 trees. That's about all I've got.
My brain went blank after Conas because that's how I know how to say "How are you doing" in Irish, but it just went woo, out the side of my head. So
you'll remember in the middle of the sprint.
Oh yeah, like right in the middle of the sprint, I'll be like, blah, 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 blah. Why did
Como
I?
se va? Se va bien. I almost started speaking Spanish in the middle of speaking French.
Oh, so I had to like the I love Duolingo for so many reasons, but like the little weird story that it's got going on by accident, and it's like here are the sentences that you need to translate because I'm now learning animal terms. So
Mhm.
all that I know is I am a fox and you are a rabbit, but we drink water together. And like I feel like I'm getting a cute little romance about a fox and a bunny or something. Like, is this the plot to Zootopia? Is one of these people a cop? Like,
Okay.
I need to know.
I don't remember what set it's on, but somebody did a thing of things I didn't expect to put on my bingo card this year. The little boy on Duolingo is a flat earther.
I doubt that they're robot because it's a lot of the things that they have you translate are based off of their machine learning, where it's figuring out where you're having problems and whatnot. And I doubt it knows enough about me as a person. But one of the most common phrases it gives me to translate is "I am not a man." Like just randomly, it just pops up, and it's just like, what, why are why this phrase in particular? Like, why are you fixated on
I
this
get that one a
one?
lot too, I think,
And it
when I
feels a
actually do
little,
it.
just a little call outy, like not completely call outy, but just a little bit, just a little bit. Hello, CB. How are you doing today? See, you used to do that all the time when you were studying both French and Spanish. Yeah, I am in the struggle to just keep into the Irish, and like I found my spelling is getting a lot better. Like it is soaking in slowly but surely. But you know, I need to know why the fox and the rabbit are hanging out to each with each other, because I feel like pretty soon I'm just gonna have to like translate the sentence "the fox eats the rabbit." Like I just feel like that sentence is gonna eventually pop up, and I'm gonna cry because I'm like, but you were drinking water together, and you were reading the newspaper together, and you were like, you shared a book. You shared a book. How could you eat your friend? Like I feel like I've gotten emotionally involved in this story in a way that is very unhealthy.
Duolingo does one of the sentences that it makes me translate quite frequently is like, he is writing a book, she is writing a book, and I'm like, I feel like you know me or something. Why are you making me learn about how to, like, I am writing a book. J'écris un livre.
Yeah, it really makes you realize exactly how much Latin affected everything, because even in Irish, the Irish word for book is labor. Like it's still it's that Latin coming over, because even in a Celtic language, it's still there.
It invaded.
You can't escape the Latin. It's
The
like
Romans were real good at that.
Romans were
It's
very,
where the
very.
Catholics got it from.
You're not wrong.
I know. I studied it.
Oh, you were so not wrong. So, yesterday we had a fun day. We lit candles for Cardwin, for Bridget, and for the Morgan, and we're just like just calm. Like, hopefully something good too, but just like, can we like have a chill, calm night? And I feel like we got it. So, in thanks, we decided to get a really beautiful image of Cardwin. So, my collection of Irish deities is growing. So I might have to revisit my video. Am I a Christo pagan? Maybe I'm just a pagan. I don't know. Like,
I mean, you could be if you wanted to be. It's whatever you say you are.
but yeah, we are apparently going to be bringing Cardwin into the house now, and I'm kind of fine with that. I'm kind of okay with that. And I bring her up just because she is the one who is said to stir the cauldron of inspiration. So hopefully she will help to inspire us as we're trying to work on our stuff. I wonder what kind of digital cookies do it. Yeah, it does make you wonder sometimes. Like, you know, ni farme. Like, I know how to say this so well. Like, even when my brain dies on other, like, how do I say that in Irish when I put myself on the spot? Like, the one sentence I can say very clearly is, I am not a man. Ni farme. Ni farme. Ni farme. Like, it's easy. It's easy. And I feel like I'll have to use that at some point. Yeah, last night. Though we did have the fun of watching the Karnacki cam on YouTube, because there's nothing like watching a man in khakis and glasses sitting there literally on live TV with a calculator app on his phone running numbers. For some reason, this calmed both me and my husband down a lot. Like, yes, I don't even care if your numbers are real. Like, you could be play acting right now. I don't care. Crunch the numbers. Crunch them. Don't stop. Figure the math out. It's fine. It's fine. As long as you're doing the math, everything's okay. And that's pretty much how we got through last night. Well, Brian took a lot of CBD and I was medicated. That helped too. You know, often when I close my eyes, I see Robert Downey Jr. just rolling his eyes, especially when Chris Evans was named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive, because I'm just like, you're just now realizing this? What the hell has been wrong with you people? Like, and you missed your best opportunity. Like, you didn't do this the year he was proclaimed America's ass. Like, how?
They missed an opportunity.
Right? Like, they should have been like, damn right. Like, you know, like, wait till now? Like, it's fine. It's fine. But, girl.
I wonder how many people talk to him and are just like, it's America's ass.
He brought it on himself. He said that line with his own mouth in that movie. So, I mean, he did bring it on himself, because he's not wrong. I mean, but that's the year he should have gotten it. I mean, that if you're going to give it to him any year, like, that's the year he should have gotten it. But no, it's fine. It's fine. Finally, you're now with fine. Ugh. Alrighty, I will not have the cow fart on anybody's head, but I'm still using the farting cow timer because it cracks me up.
It's hilarious.
And it makes me very, very happy.
I'm still not sorry. I will never be sorry.
And the only thing any of you have to be sorry about is the mild panic attack that Jules gave me. Because it was just a simple message out of nowhere. In 5 minutes, I will be I will be emailing you.
And then it was proceeded to be followed by a bunch of cow emojis.
Oh no, there was time. There was time in between. I don't know how much time, because panic ensued because I thought I did something wrong. I'm like running through my head of like, what did I say to Jules? What did I do? Did I say something in her chat? What have I done? And then the cow emoji started. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, it was a thing.
It did take me a minute to figure out how to find the cows.
And then you all found all of the cows.
Yeah, we did.
Like, oh my goodness. I did not know there were that many cows, but dang.
There was even more, because then I finally found how to get the gifts. And I was like, I missed an opportunity.
But yeah, I full on like had a mild panic when I got that first message from Jules, because it was just like, I did not mean to offend. What did I do? Because it had a very mafia feel to it. Like, in 5 minutes, you're going to be getting an email. Like, just, like, and then my computer will self-destruct? What? Like, talk about a cliffhanger. Like, the sign of a good writer. Like, she sent me one sentence, and I'm literally on the edge of my seat scouring through my entire life trying to figure out why the sentence arrived. Like, what have I done? Jules, mwah, masterpiece. Alrighty, I'm going to be trying to finish chapter 5 in the Santa Closet. I don't know if anybody else is going to find any of this emotional, because as we have established, I'm not quite the human, but there's a moment that I got a little misty-eyed Like Luke says something to Nick, and Nick says something to like it's a moment. Like they have a moment, and it made me all misty eyed. And then Jack had to ruin it because he's just a sassy little bitch. But I want to finish this chapter. And that is my goal for the day. Hopefully, you have a goal that you are striving towards. But if you don't, it's fine.
Goal? What's a
If you want to
goal?
play
What's
it,
goal?
Enlighten us, Charlie.
that thing that your workaholic brain, if you're anything like mine, requires for you to say, okay, fine, I'm done. I can stop here temporarily and not force myself ever onward.
The finish line for throwing in the towel.
Because if I don't have a goal, I'll be like, I can do more. I can do more, and then burn myself out so bad. Like goals for me are not like I'm reaching for this thing. It's like, no, you have to stop when you get to that line. No further. This far. We're gonna set little Gandalf up, and he's gonna have a stick, and he's just gonna bam. Like, no. Holder of the Flame of Honor, all of that crap. Like, no. You're gonna take the bridge down if you don't listen. And that's what a goal is. In my humble opinion. Alrighty. If you do not have a goal, or in case of actual productivity break glass, make sure that you are taking care of yourself, because productivity is self-care for writers. So if you need to play a video game, if you need to relax, if you need to ask yourself, why did the sun go down and the temperature go up like 5 degrees? The questions are fine. I will probably look like a melted ice cream cone when we come back from this, because I have started the sweating because it suddenly got like super hot. Ugh. Alrighty, well, let's just get started on this sprint. In a 4, a 3, a 2, 1, and go. I keep missing the horn, so And that's that sprint. I'm just going to give in and say what was on my mind. Done and dusted. Sometimes I hate my brain. Sometimes just hi. So, how did everybody do? I am very excited to say I finished chapter 5 in that.
Nice.
Sprint. I didn't expect to get all 322 words, but I got all 322 words. So,
Nice.
especially because like I stopped and watched a video in the middle of the sprint because my brain wasn't cooperating. So
Maybe that's just what your brain needed.
apparently, how did everybody else do? Let me know on screen and in the chat. I'm updating the Nano site.
I've been working on my novel, trying to figure out what happens next. Like, right now, they're just kind of arguing about what is going to happen. And it's basically me arguing with myself, like, so what is going to happen? So I'm having an argument with myself right now.
I know that feeling. I feel like this entire book is me having an argument with myself and then putting it up live for people to read. Highly recommend. It doesn't feel awkward at all. How are the vampires,
Job
Laura?
stuff. Just doing the day job
Uh-huh.
and eating pizza.
Ooh, yum.
Pizza.
Yes.
How are you doing, Kat?
Reminds me.
I did some
need to
dishes.
text my boyfriend.
That is like super productivity. And I forgot the chart that Jules came up with, but isn't dishes 500 words?
I think so, at least.
Somewhere in there. It's like, it counts because she used to have a wonderful chart that was like, if you do these other things during a sprint, it counts as this many words.
Yeah.
Good.
Like eating
Yeah.
brownies was one of them. That counted as words.
I mean, eating brownies is productivity. And anybody else who thinks differently is wrong. Hello, Nikki. How are you doing? How's the book going? Hope everything's going well.
Also,
Me
I'm
too.
currently making I'm making Dinah in Sims right now. Like, I can't write, so I'm just gonna make Dinah in Sims.
Yeah, my brain has been stuck on what I like to call the Lady Gaga self-harm anthem, which is Million Reasons. And it won't let that song go no matter what I listen to or no matter what I put on. I just hear Lady Gaga singing Million Reasons in the back of my head, and I have been like that since Saturday.
Oh no.
And yeah, there are times that I really don't neck my brain because I know what she sang that song about, but that's not what those words mean in my head. And yeah. So if I like break out in a chorus of Darker My Love, you know why? So I'm trying to scare it out. But once you get a Lady Gaga in your head, it's really hard to dislodge her. Whew, look at Jenna coming in. Okay, I know my
Wow.
eyes are bad. That's 663 words?
Yes. Wow.
Snaps. That's amazing. It's like double what I got. Like almost mathematically double what I did. That's amazing.
Negative 4K.
But I did see that you started posting Stark for President. When that was Stark for President?
Yeah, Stark for President on AO3.
On AO3, so that's progress of a sort. Let's see, finishing a video. Oh, yeah. To do the Nano. I keep telling myself that I'm going to be doing the videos. I have plans for the videos. I've recorded quite a few videos. So maybe I should do something with those. I'm going to edit the story and post it to Vela on the next sprint. But Maybe I should do a video. That would be a thing that would probably be good to do. Oh, had pizza, but no chocolate. No.
I had my chocolate lava cake for lunch. I have one
Ooh.
more left though.
I know a lot of people are not going to get excited about this, but those people I can still be friends with. But Brian had in the house, in case of emergency, break glass, secret carrot cake in the house last night because one of the chefs is falling back in love with her love of baking all things yummy. And it was so good. It was so good. There's nothing better than secret cake. Like, I didn't know there was cake in the house. Then all of a sudden, there's carrot cake. It was really good. It was so moist. It was so really well spiced, like just right. And the icing, like I could have sat down with a bowl of that icing and a spoon. So good. So it doesn't always have to be chocolate, but you know, it's hard.
I'm negotiating with the boyfriend. I was just like, how about you cook dinner and I'll make peanut butter cookies?
There you go.
We'll see if that works.
There you go.
But those are like the easiest cookies in the world to make.
So he doesn't need to remember that.
I am sorry that you had a catastrophe yesterday. I hope it wasn't too terrible of a catastrophe, if that's even a thing that can, you know what I mean. I hope it wasn't too bad. I hope things are okay. But yeah, I understand that one.
Okay, so Megan, sorry, back to that. But I'm hoping his response is, how about you make dinner and I make cookies? I mean, I know you don't want that, but that would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
Million Reasons, Nikki. It's the song Million Reasons. I have woken up with it. It's like Groundhog Day. Every time I wake up, that song starts playing in my head, like right at the beginning, and just stays on repeat all day. And I finally get to sleep. I wake up the next morning, and there it is, still there. Not even Unholy can get rid of it, and that's upsetting me because that's a good earworm. Not for lack of trying. Break that glass. Like, you need to have, in case of emergency, break glass foods. Like, it's very important. You can probably speak better than I can today. Luckily, a cool breeze started to blow into the house because it wasn't a complete mistake not turning the AC on today, but whew, I melted a little bit. It really is. And just as a punishment, because I have to know this thing exists, because Laura, I'm hoping that stupid Papa Roach thing doesn't get stuck in my head too, because it has tried a couple times to beat. Like, I'll be kind of happy if it beats Million Reasons and takes over for a little bit, but at the same time, like, I didn't need a dramatic orchestral Star Wars edition of Papa Roach.
You're welcome.
I don't know.
The more you know.
It depends on chocolate cake. The chocolate cake. The hubby makes an amazing flourless chocolate cake that is somehow amazingly fudgy and extremely light, all at the same time. Like, it's kind of magic chocolate cake, and it's so good. It is so chocolatey. It's amazing. I love it. Let's see. It wasn't good. Words got deleted. Oh no. Oh, I hate it when words get deleted that you like. Oh no. That sucks. But
Not the words.
like, yeah, I don't know if it would have helped, but back things up. Like, I feel like this is the warning time to be like, hey everybody, did you make like an insane amount of copies of your story that you sent in different places just in case?
No. Maybe you should do that.
because oh my goodness, like my next question was like, are you using Microsoft Word? Because like I blame them for all bad things.
I had to go.
96,000 words.
I had to go preheat the oven. So I am back now.
Oh, are you making cookies?
Yes.
Nice.
He's like, you better get that started now. And I'm like, oh, okay. Gladly. Because I love peanut butter cookies.
She wrote the song about a breakup, but that is not how my darkness addled brain reads the song.
Consort.
Yeah, it's just what the hell. Like, it probably would not have been so bad if he hadn't done like the whole like Star Wars intro with the lyrics scrolling up the screen, like the crawl. Like, I'll never unsee that. They might have. Shaddix has done a lot of stuff, and I'm just mad at him because he can't sing when he's in Papa Roach, but he can everywhere else. And that really upsets me because I know that he actually has a very good singing voice. Just doesn't use it. That breaks my heart a little bit. Oh no. Oh. I mean, at least there were people there to help you stay calm. But yeah, save your work, save multiple places. Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness.
A cat incident. No.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like something a murder floof would do.
Oh, no, not.
Like, did you forget your regular blood sacrifice to the murder floof? Like, you have to offer them your blood, and then they, for the most part, leave you alone. Like, you have to make the sacrifice. This is how the relationship between us and the cats works. They get our blood, and they don't eat our eyes while we're sleeping. That's the rules.
So bad.
I think Doper just accepted me as the alpha cat because I was bigger. And like he'd be like, all right, you're sleeping. Now I must lay on you and glare at anyone who comes approaches. Like, you come and wake this child, you're dead.
Yes, Roy's whining to go outside, so
Street
I'm gonna
bread.
need to go at the next sprint and
Needs street bread.
say
Mommy.
goodbye and take him outside.
Eat the street bread. Oh my goodness. So, I guess that's my cue. Wait, what do you want? Sorry, I had somebody look up at me like, give me the scowl. Like, I'm not giving another dog more attention than you. That dog's way far away. I thought I was about to have a dog jump me. Yeah, it can be really, really handy. And now I just completely forgot what I was going to say. There you go. It's sprint time. My brain just completely shut itself down. There were
so
words.
pitiful.
There were words. I swear. Luckily, I'm doing editing, not writing this sprint. So what could
I'm going to be
possibly
making
go
peanut
wrong?
butter cookies.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I can't
go
wait
so
to
I can
consume them.
take Roy outside and
Okay,
stuff.
vet the street bread before the little man eats them.
yes. See y'all later.
Have the fun.
Bye.
Bye. Alrighty. Sorry, the is I'm still trying to figure out what her Christmas present's going to be, and it's driving me the bonkers. It's got to be special. It's got to be special. She's given me like 2 tarot decks that are amazing. Not to mention all of the chocolate. Anyway, let's get started on this sprint in. Am I going to do the thing with my mouth? I'm probably going to do the thing with my mouth. Warning. Sorry. We're going to get started on the sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. I hate myself sometimes. Oh, heard that.
It farted and I sneezed at the same time.
I did too. Maybe we're allergic to the cow. Oh. So, how did everybody do? I successfully did the read through edit that I do, and I'm glad I do a read through edit because at one point I called Jack Jake, and I don't know why. I then did a really quick find on the entire document of like, have I done this before and missed it? Nope, just that one time I decided to call Jack Jake. So that's the thing I did. Caught it, fixed it, and sent it off to the wonderful world of Vela. And yeah.
My hands smell like peanut butter now.
Oh, darn.
Shame.
The worst thing to smell like is yummy peanut butter.
The dogs are attracted to me now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it did definitely.
I was thinking about that.
That is a lot of words. So you're at 15,162 words. That would be Nicole. For Nano. Yeah, I am not. I am at, what's my total? 8,834 words. At least on this one project. I have dilly-dallied a little bit in a couple others just because I can't help myself. I actually thought about putting my word count in for one of the things that I was working on and adding it in, but I didn't because I don't feel like that much of a nano rebel this year. But in the past, I would have done that. Jenna with 775 words. I don't know if I have enough snaps for that. There. Is that about right? Oh, that's amazing. And CB with 29,507 words. That is
Nice.
amazing. I'm very happy with my 8K just because I did not think I was going to be writing at all. I have not really written all year. And I'm sorry, Jen got the 700. Jenna got 606 words, which is also amazing. And I'm having problems because my brain is starting to have problems of when I should say Jen and when I should say Jenna because I'm bad at it right now. I called one of my characters Jake.
Leave the oven on. Okay.
But yeah, I hope you all are having a good time writing. I'm very excited about getting any words because I did not expect any words this week. And all of these are very special, very precious, and wonderful things because my creativity has been in such a bad and dark place. I might, as a treat to my brain, if it wants to do it, load up my epic fantasy story and see if it wants to do anything with it. Not force it, not like tell it has to do things, but like, would you like to tell the story of the murder radish a little more? Please? I would like these words. Other people would like these words. Please, please, sir, may I have some words? Thought I was about to have a cat run right up my leg. She ran right up to my foot and stopped and gave me the look like, you know what I could have done. Like, yeah. That's why I put my mouse over the mute button. So if I had to cover up my screaming from your claws ripping through me as you climbed me like a tree, I could do that. Let's see. CB says, I'm doing Nano at high speed. He won't be around pretty much all of December because moving. Yeah, that's right. You are moving back to the apartment. They're not good words. I am making absolutely no warrants that my words are good words. They are definitely words. They're up on Vela. The first 3 chapters are free, so you can judge for yourself whether they are of any
Oh, I can
value.
smell the cookies. Like,
You have to be in the US
Cooking.
for Bella.
Oh, I will be posting them elsewhere as well. Actually, you know what I should do? I'm going to put them up over on my coffee during the next sprint.
nice.
Because I keep saying I'm going to do it, and then I forget because bad at it. So next sprint, they will be up on my coffee at coffee.com. What is it? Coffee.com/CE Dorset. So
I said I'm making Dinah and Sims, and do you know how hard it is for my brain to be like, well, the thing is, she's a 2,000-year-old, 18-year-old. So some days she dresses like just a teenager that's a mess, and she just doesn't care because she's like, I'm forever 18. This is the only way I can blend in with society sometimes. But then there's the part of her that is also eventually like, her dad was the first vampire, so like she has a respectable position in the world of vampires and the supernatural. So some days she looks like a slob, and some days she looks like she's like ready to like walk into an office and take over. There is no in between.
I think one of my favorite scenes in the last chapter is Nico gets mad at Jack and basically tells him, "Shut up, kid." And Nico's like, "I'm not a kid. I'm like 500 years old." And Nico's like, "Yeah, and he's 1,000 years older than you, and I still think he's a kid. We're immortals, son. We old. By comparison, you have no life experience." And I'm just like, just watching them like bicker over like, "I'm not a kid. I'm 500." Just, I don't know. It made me laugh. But watching ahead. Fun thing is, though, I now know
I'll let
Krampus'
you out
birthday.
just a bit. Come here, you have a messed up ear.
So like I'm giving her 2 outfits for the daily one. So it's like her teen version and then her boom powderhouse one.
Those are really good tips, Jenna, for switching it up and making things, helping things percolate. Yeah, I was going to say something else, but brain. Luckily, I got my words in because I think my words are gone for the rest of the day. Enjoy the rest of the stream, y'all.
I mean, we have the power.
It's going to be fun. Oh, wow, we've only been doing this for an hour and a half, and we've already gotten 2 sprints in. Wow, I have not been chatty today. Sorry, we're usually lucky if 2.5 hours in we've gotten 2 sprints. Wow. In other words, sometimes she looks like Tony Stark, and sometimes she looks like Pepper Potts. Oh, that actually sounds like a Marvel fanfic I would write about a really confused non-binary superhero who sometimes is Iron Man and sometimes is Rescue. Like, yeah, I can. No, I am not writing Marvel fanfic right now. Nope. But you keep finding ways to make me want to do it. That would be a really funny story.
Also, she's wearing bell bottoms in the one thing because also you have to remember that she's lived for 2,000 years, so she kind of mixes things up sometimes on accident. But she's like, I actually like them. They're roomy.
I really need to find a group of people that have watched AMC's Interview with the Vampire because I have so many things I want to say right now that will mean absolutely nothing. It's not even like I'm saving you from spoilers. It will mean nothing to anyone here if you haven't seen the show, so we can't actually discuss it. Dang it! Such a good show. I hate that it is over already. That like we've hit the season finale. Though I'm very excited for the Mayfair Witches. Watched the first trailer for that already. That's in February, I think. That starts because they're doing all of Anne Rice's stuff, which means I better get a Mummy series. The Mummy is a tragic and beautiful story, and I love it. Better get a Mummy series. Love the Mummy. You've watched a few episodes, but you're not caught up. It of all of the shows that were on TV, it to me shows its quality that I couldn't sit through, ooh, look, we paid a bunch of money for Pretty CGI Dragons show on HBO because it was just bad. It was just bad, and I just couldn't. And I know there are people that like Hot D, and if you liked it, more power to you. But the fact that its creators call it Hot D means they knew what they were doing. Like, they knew what they were doing the whole time. Ugh. And I actually enjoyed Rings of Power, but there's something about just the pure, unadulterated, queer, gothic bullshit that is Interview with a Vampire. That just, mwah. It's just, I mean, just chef's kiss. It's so good. I love that book. I love that book so much. Like, nobody ever talks about it, but I love that book. And the fact that they've hinted that, like, they've actually read the entire series, like, no spoilers, but there's some stuff in the Interview with the Vampire series that by this point in the story we should know, but Anne Rice didn't know when she wrote the original book because it's the first book in the series. That's from like the vampire Armand and like those late era books that they actually remember to include. Like, they actually read the books, which I never felt like, even though they changed so much about the show, like they changed a lot and for the better. I kind of like their Claudia a little bit more, but I wish it was just a little bit more psychotic, because Claudia in the books is just, she kidnaps gaggles of children trying to make vampire friends for herself, and they keep finding her in rooms with like that are just like strewn with dead kids. Like, she was a psychopath in the books, and they toned her down quite a bit for the show. Even for the Tom Cruise movie, they toned her down quite a bit. But such a good show. Such a good show. CB is a writing fiend. It is amazing. Like, just amazing. And I can't wait to see what they do with the Mayfair Witches, because as much as I love the Vampire Chronicles, if I had to pick, like, send all of Anne Rice's work to the shadows except for one series, I would probably keep the Mayfair Witches, which I know is blasphemy, but I really like the Mayfair Witches. And that scene in the trailer where she tries to end the line and jumps off the balcony, and Lasher just waves his hand, and she just flies back up and lands on her feet. Like, just like, no, honey, no. You don't understand. We own you. No. So good. So good. Can't wait. This is true. You are also writing a lot. Every time I go into a writing stream, I see you putting words in there, and it's amazing. I really like their Claudia. They aged her up a bit, which makes some of her plot a little bit less yikesy. Like, she's still underage. She's not 18, which continues the yikesiness of her story, but she's not, like, in the book, she's like 8, which makes some of her storyline, like some of her lines of dialogue, really yikes. And I really like the actress who plays her. And they kind of did a twist on the way, just so you know, the TV show only gets through half the book. So it ends with them leaving for Europe. That's the season 1 cliffhanger, is them leaving for Europe. And Claudia is the criminal mastermind that makes that possible in one of the most beautiful episodes of vampire TV I have ever seen in my life. That does the whole thing. Like, you get to the moment, and then it's like, oh, did you think that's what was going on? Like, it did everything but have like the full Knives Out. Like, it almost went like the full Knives Out at the end. Like, oh, were you not paying attention? Let me explain to you how I am the criminal mastermind of all vampires. And then you see everything again, but really quickly in montage, but from Claudia's point of view. And oh my goodness. Oh, so good. So good. I'm excited for the show. I'm very excited for the show. I want them to explain which series they are planning, because the vampire Interview with Vampire starts with, what's it say, the Immortal Universe, like the first thing that you see, because they bought the rights to her entire catalog, so they have everything that Anne Rice wrote. So, like, are we going to get a werewolf series? Because her werewolves are brutal. Like, are they just going to do the thing that I've been wanting for a long time and just be like, the books are awesome, but we're going to do an original Telemasca series, because I'm fascinated by them and wish we had spent more time with them. I have not watched the Vampire Academy yet. We were watching Gotham. We were doing a watch of Gotham. We just finished it. We have seen all 5 seasons now. I have notes, but I really liked it. And yesterday that was basically all we watched in our free time, other than Interview and Andor. And yesterday we just played video games all day because we needed to. So we are debating what the next series is that we're going to deep dive into, and I will definitely put that on the list because I do want to see it. I kind of want to wait a little bit because Interview was so good. Like any other vampire show might not feel good to me right now.
I haven't seen it yet either. I would like to, but
they have not formally announced a season 2, but pre-production has started on it. So I don't know how many seasons they're planning, and hopefully it got the viewership numbers. I know that it was the second highest rated show on and sometimes first on AMC, and it was basically it and The Walking Dead were doing this back and forth as to which was number 1 and number 2 on AMC. So with how much they love The Walking Dead and gave it like 5 million spinoffs, like if they're happy with The Walking Dead's numbers, I have to assume they got to be happy with what Interview with the Vampire did. If not, I really don't understand anything anymore, which is possible. See last night's election. It was so good. This is actually one of the things that we talked about, because we talked about trying to find a palate cleanser series because Interview was so dark and Gotham was so dark, especially
maybe y'all should watch something happy.
And yeah, so we're looking for something that's a little bit different. Though I don't know if you saw, they did a first look today about Nevermore Academy from Wednesday, and I am all here for Goth Hogwarts. I am here for it. Like, I really want this show to be good. I know I'm going to be blind the moment the show starts. Like, every time Gwendolyn Christie comes on screen, I'm just going to be like, yee! And then, hopefully the rest of it's good too. Because I know my blind spots, and I love Gwendolyn Christie. I feel like I didn't stop watching Game of Thrones when I wanted to because Gwendolyn Christie was still on it. They hadn't killed Brienne off yet. So I was just like, that was kind of my marker. Like, the moment they kill Brienne, I will stop watching. And
then they didn't.
Surprisingly. Though they set up many times where they probably should have, if they were consistent with previous seasons. There are many things that they had Brienne survive that in previous seasons no one would have survived. But I'm very excited for that. We have a list of things, but I will definitely put the Vampire Academy on the list. And as far as the list, we did watch Andor this morning because there was a big explosion in the neighborhood that we don't know what was, and it woke us up early, and we were like, hey, we're up an hour early. Do you want to watch Andor? Okay. So we did, and I don't care if you like Star Wars or not. If you like thrillers, sci-fi thrillers, because there's some Star Wars words that get thrown around, and yes, these are characters from other Star Wars movies, but this is been one of the best sci-fi thriller shows I have ever seen in my life. And this week's episode, I did shed a tear at the end. Andy Serkis made me cry again. Dang it, Andy Serkis. Stop that. Stop it. I feel like I need to send him billable hours for like, this is how many times you made me cry and for how long. Stop it.
It's not allowed.
Oh, I love Call the Midwife.
Okay, confession, I have never seen Call the Midwife. I've thought about watching it several times, but I've never actually watched it.
I mean, some of it is, I mean, it kind of depends. Like, for some people, I would totally recommend it. Other people, I would be like, you probably shouldn't watch it. It just really depends. And honestly, I don't know where you fit on that spectrum.
I really like period piece stories, like, just to name the big ones that I know everyone's heard of, like The English Game, Downton Abbey, Jamestown, like those kinds of shows I'm a huge fan of. I really liked The Crown until I didn't.
It's very accurate to, like, they get a lot of, they have a lot of opportunities to do things wrong, and they tend to get it right, which I like. They don't always get it right, though. They get it mostly right, though, which I like. They tackle a lot of, like, issues, like big issues that were going on, and some of it, I find some of it to be, like, pretty traumatic, and then some of it is, like, not traumatic at all. It's such a mixed bag. I don't know how to describe it.
It's okay. It'll be fine. Honestly, I would anybody new to Star Wars who has not seen a Star Wars movie, I would actually, maybe, depending on the kinds of movies they like, maybe even say to start here, because this is the literal beginning of the rebellion. Like, it doesn't even exist yet. There isn't a rebellion. Like, it feeds into everything, and it has my queen bitch of the universe, Mon Mothma, in it. And I'm finally glad they're showing what a conniving little witch she is on screen. Because I'm tired of that just being in the books and everybody being like, oh, that stoic lady from the movies. Like, no, she has personal assassins, man. Like, you cross her, bad things happen to you. Like, ooh. And after the Empire falls, she gets this cute little gay sidekick who's just like a former ISB agent who does all of her dirty work for her. And his name is Sinjir, and they need a sitcom, and I will watch it. Like, just Sinjir killing people with his cute little boyfriend, and Mon Mothma in the background going, I rule the galaxy. Like, just over the top. I don't care. I want it. I need it. I need it so bad. See, my problem with my attention span is when I'm especially in places like I'm at right now, like, what do you mean this is only an hour and a half long? Like, I just, no, I want to fall in. I want to just completely get absorbed and my brain turn off. Just put me in. I have been watching Neil's videos. Poor Brian has had to set through Postmodernism is Dead like 5 times because it's my favorite sci-fi movie right now.
I also have the attention span of a gnat. Like, I cannot sit. It drives Sean nuts because we'll be sitting there and he'll be like, I can see you getting antsy over there. And I just can't sit through anything anymore, which is why I haven't bothered.
There are very few things that I can sit through and actually watch a movie or a show just through it without having to skip boring parts. Like, there's a part of a reason I multi-watch things.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I can't. I just can't for the time frame in which, like, my body can hold still.
Mm-hmm.
Or I have to get up and leave, and then I still miss things. So I might as well just skip it. And I'll watch it again later.
Yeah, I feel that. My thing right now is my brain is a nightmare hellscape that I really want to escape from. And I'm really upset because we watched the new Hellraiser movie, hoping that would be a nice escape for me because I love the original movies. And I like early Clive Barker before he decided to write all of the, I can't even say the words on YouTube that the things he started adding into his books that made me stop reading them. So, all the words that get bleeped when people are talking about seriously bad things that people do. But I need to find somebody else who has seen it, because I don't know if I've just watched so much graphic violence in my life that I am unmoved by other people's suffering, or if it was just boring. Like, boring's the wrong word. Like, I was not bored at any point watching the movie, but at the same time, nothing made me like feel anything. Like, oh, I guess they're dead now. Like, it just like it washed over me. Like, I don't know. There's just one scene that made me go, "Ooh, that's nifty," and that's when she tricked the Cenobites into killing one of their own for various reasons. That was kind of fun. I rather enjoyed that. But beyond that, I was like it wasn't particularly bloody, which really is weird about an entire show about like we're gonna rip your skin off. Like, I expected more.
Get out from there.
And somehow it was still R-rated, and I didn't care about any of the characters, which also didn't help. Even though they spent way too much time trying to make me care about the characters, just way too much. Like, that's great. That's wonderful. I'll never see any of these people again. They're just going to get killed. It's fine. Just get to the bloody goodness.
Mhm.
Oh, no. I did the math last night. Out of the 7 people that get killed in course of the movie, we only see 2 of them die. In what is ostensibly a slasher film.
Wait, that's not right.
We see 2 of them. I'm not counting the third guy because he technically doesn't die, but it's a thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, it was oddly sanitized for a horror movie. Like, the first three kills happen off screen. And I don't mean like off screen, but you hear like screaming and stuff to make you be like, oh no, something bad's happening. Like, no, literally, they happen off screen. Like, the first kill, it just cuts to black before anything bad happens. The second one, the POV
Do we at
character
least get to see the
passes out.
aftermath?
No,
Oh, that's not right.
no, because these are apparently really polite monsters to clean up after themselves.
That's rude.
And it's just like, I don't understand you. Why are you doing this? Like, I came to see a bloody mess of a movie, and you gave me the sanitized BS. What the hell?
What the hell?
It hasn't been renewed yet. See, that's on Peacock, which is owned by Universal, and at least it's not a Warner Brothers thing. Should just be happy about that, because Warner Brothers is in a nightmare place right now, and I expect everything to get canceled. Anywho, let's go ahead and do another sprint. I am going to remember to actually post these stories over to my coffee for anybody who does not have access to Vela and would be interested in them.
Oh, I sent you my address, by the way, on Discord.
Good. Yeah.
I'm nervous, but I'm not. But I'm nervous.
It's nothing bad. Like, the only bad thing that I have found that I wanted to get somebody is not bad because of what it is. It's because I don't have $400 that's sitting around. I found the perfect gift for Megan. Like, if anybody wants to like go in on it, it's a hippo footstool on Etsy. It's like $400. It's so cute. It's so cute, but I don't have the money. Did not win the lottery. Dang it.
Yeah, neither did I. I was like so disappointed. I was like, these numbers are wrong. They need to change.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started on the sprint in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. I have to stop doing that. Well, the cow done did his business. How did everybody else do? I actually remembered to do the thing, and all 5 chapters of the Santa Claus that are now up over on my coffee.
Nice.
There's a link to the first one. The first 3 are free. The 4 and 5 require.
And we gotta carry.
And we got a carry. Sorry, I'm very robot today. If I don't do things in order, I forget them. My brain is broken.
I made another batch of cookies because we decided that 1 plate of cookies was not enough to share. So we have to have 1 plate of cookies each.
I mean, this makes sense. This may be one of the most true things ever said on this channel.
Oh, darn.
Oh, darn, more cookies.
How very dare. There may be a lot of cat noises in a little bit because they've all woken up and decided it's hunting time. Yay. How did everybody else do? And Jordan showed up during that sprint. Hello, Jordan. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. How did everybody else do? I know we got cookies. We got a carry.
I'm almost done making
character creation.
I'm almost done making her in Sims. I'm just doing her vampire form now to give her demonic features that I have. I can't get them completely correct, but I can get them close enough. Like the whole red eyes and stuff.
Jen has a very good question. How's the new job, Kat?
It's good. I like it. I'm still adjusting to being on my feet that long. It's less physically demanding because it's such a small store. It's less physically demanding than my previous job. Considering my previous job was in one department, and in this job, I'm basically in every department. But I like it. I like everybody I work with. I got to meet our district manager today.
Oh, puppy.
Puppy.
Somebody got woken up rudely
Sasha.
by noises.
Hi,
A
Jaja.
truck drove by. Yeah. Yeah, you were just happy sleeping, and then a loud truck drove by. Yeah, I know. It's so sad. It's so sad. Yeah, it's his dad. Dad's home from whatever Dad was doing. He's fine. It's fine. You with your little concerned
What are
face.
those ears?
Oh,
Those
she's got to
ears.
take everything in. Got to take everything in every little minute. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh, I know. It's
Rough life being a dog.
It's so much. It's so much. Yeah. So hard. So hard. Yeah. Yeah, you're on screen.
Nice. Hi, Jaja.
Hi, pretty
I know.
baby.
I'm not sorry.
Just like I am.
I'm gonna go walk out the door and huff. Oh, you're gonna go back to the bedroom and huff. Okay. I dared to put her on the internet. Ah. We have been watching way too much Screen Crush, and I swear she has learned to do the "I'm so small" face from watching the show. Like I can't prove that she's learned how to mimic the dogs, but I am so small face. But she has definitely picked up this new thing that she does when we ask her to do something, where she just shrinks herself down and looks up at us like just like the dog on TV. And I'm just like, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to watch TV. Maybe TV is a bad influence. You're picking up the comedic dog habits. No!
Speaking of animals de compagnie, I need to go feed my fluffy dogs before they starve to death. So I will
Or they
be
think
back.
they're going to starve.
Die! I love how all dogs are prima donnas. So Jen. I must correct you. There are no onlys on this channel. There are no onlys. You got 390 words this time, and that is amazing. Considered I copied and pasted everything
On top
that
of
I did
momming.
onto copy.
That's
Yeah, and you mommed.
We
That
don't
is all
do
the words.
only here.
yeah.
And Jenna crossed 21K.
Damn.
Wait a minute. And then you consumed Milanos?
So somebody I work with
Jealous.
calls them Alyssa
jealous.
Milanos. They're like, they're Alyssa Milanos. I'm like, did you just call those? They're like, yes, I did. I'm like, okay.
I have told this story so many times on the channel, but there are some new people here. Alyssa Milano was my first beard because I knew I couldn't say who I had a crush on when I was watching Who's the Boss as a kid. So I told my family that I was really into Alyssa Milano, and to this day, they haven't realized that Alyssa Milano wasn't the one that I had a crush on Who's the Boss when I was a little kid. So I've it's been a running joke my entire life of Alyssa, you're here. Like it's just like you have no idea. It has become such a running joke among me and my friends where I know the minute she has decided to do a new project because like everyone I know is like, did you see? Like I swear they've all got news alerts for Alyssa Milano just so they can try to be the first person to tell me, did you see Alyssa Milano has this new thing coming out? Thank you. It was a joke. I was really into her brother because it was age appropriate and he was cute. And turns out queer as a $3 bill. Nikki got 49 words. Nice. Ooh. Hubby found a 20-pack of them wrapped in pairs together. So every 1K. That is amazing.
So I have seen some of the stuff you've gotten from this box. Did he make this himself for you? Is he the one that picked everything that went in it?
So many questions. I need to know how much guilt to apply to my husband.
Right?
This is how we keep our marriage healthy. Right?
Also, would you like to see Dinah in Sims form?
Yes. I have read so many things about her doing terrible things. Oh, I love the bell bottoms. Jenna gave him the quest and a budget, and he picked the rest. That is amazing.
That's great. Okay, so this is her like more teenagey type outfit.
So Jen,
and here's her like girl boss outfit.
Awesome. To have a waist. Sorry, personal issues. I believe
Also,
the
there's
answer
a pretty
to this
formal
was secretly
outfit.
hidden in here that they're wrapped in twos, which is amazing.
Just the bell bottoms. Well, Nina's 2,000 years old, so she kind of mixes styles. She still has like some of her dresses from like the 1800s. She might whip those out someday.
I love that the young whippersnapper in my story right now is like over 500 years old.
Oh, you sweet baby.
And like tells his age like he's 5 because he's like, I am 522 22 and a half years old. Sweet summer child. Okay, so we just got to go to the Dollar Tree. Understood. Achievement unlocked. That's a direct line of sight. Yeah, that would help a lot. That would definitely also help with the not consuming it all. I have a little bit too much Cookie Monster in me. Like it's like
That'd be one of those situations where the hubby would have to hide it from you and then give it to you when you inform the hubby of what you've achieved.
No, this has been the deal on numerous occasions where it's like, yes, could you please just hide this? When this condition is met, bring a little bit out. Yeah, that has. He used to be the giver of peanut M&Ms because I absolutely love peanut M&Ms. Like, it's an unhealthy addiction that I have. to
Peanut or
M&Ms.
peanut butter?
The peanut. The peanut butter are fine. I like them. My actual current favorite M&M is the honey nut M&M, which I don't even think they make anymore. But it was so good. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. But so we would get like big bags as rewards, but he would have to hide them.
And at the mention of
Knowing-
M&Ms, we get a jewel.
I know how to summon jewels.
Me, apparently.
But he would have to hide them knowing that I would go looking for them. So he got very, very creative about where to hide them. One year, he took them to work with him every day. So that when he came home, if I had hit my goal, he would go in and get a scoop, put them in a little dish, and be like, there you go. And then hide his briefcase because, you know, I cannot be trusted. I cannot be trusted. I'm not saying that we once went to a party and I may or may not have been under the influence of something and may have just gone, Cookie! And like had a moment.
Okay. So on the discussion of chocolate, everybody knows how obsessed I am with the caramels from Canada. I've mentioned this a few times.
They're
The
so good.
closest I have ironically managed to get to them is not the caramellos that we have here in America. No, the closest I can get to the flavor is these. Which doesn't make sense because these are a more expensive candy.
Yeah.
But these are the closest I can get to the taste of a caramel. But the ratio of chocolate to caramel, it's off. But it's the closest I can get in flavor.
It's kind of like those oh brain, why are you a traitor today? I'm glad I hit my word count. Words are gone. Those coffee bars that Laura sent, the coffee
The
crisp.
coffee crisps.
You can buy those in the US. I found them. They're an extremely different recipe and they taste like crap. Like, have you ever sat back to yourself and gone, you know what would be yummy? If I crushed up crackers into an International Delights can and then ate it with a spoon and no liquids. Why are they so different? Why? They're like they're sandy, like the texture is really sandy, and even if you dip them in something, that sandiness does not go away, which really bothers me because I don't know what they did to achieve that sandiness then. If you can make it soggy and it still feels gritty in your mouth, like
That's wrong.
what did you do to these things for the US version? Like it really upset me. Because I was like, hey, we can get these. Oh, no, we can't. I have to get the Canadian ones. Why? Why are you like this?
And these aren't even made by the same company. Because Nestle makes the caramels.
Of the many
Sure.
reasons I loved living in California, we had a friend who worked at Ghirardelli. And
I actually have a bottle of the caramel because I got it on sale. And I may or may not put it on the Hershey chocolate pies.
he got us on the list one year where we got to try flavors they were thinking about. We just had to fill out a survey. And free chocolates are always your friend. Like, yes, you're our best friend in California. I mean, not really, but
Maybe
kinda.
Cadbury.
Keep the chocolate coming.
No, the coffee crisps are made by Nestle. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the caramels in Canada taste different than the caramels or the caramellos here in America.
It's really weird the differences between US and like
Also, the Smarties in Canada are basically M&Ms, but not.
but better.
I don't like them.
Oh, I do. Caramel milk is made by Cadbury, according to the
I had to
internet.
put
I've had
my
Rolos.
Smarties from Laura in a smaller, in a different container because the bag in shipment, and they were all over the box.
Oh, speaking of things arriving, I've had everybody else do it, but you weren't here when I asked. So Jules and Carrie, if you could DM me on some platform your address for holiday purposes, I would be ever so grateful. No pressure. I don't know really what I'm getting for anybody. I just know that I need to revenge gift for Laura and Maggie because they have given me so many wonderful things. I need to find something
Is
perfect.
Lori getting a revenge gift, or can you just be like,
Actually,
I can't
no.
revenge gift this?
I have a plan for Glory. I'm not going to say what it is because you never
So you're
know.
getting
when
a birthday present,
Glory.
but it's gonna.
What?
You're getting a birthday present. I just have to send it at some point. I don't think it'll make it by Friday.
I know what it is, and I'm excited for you to get it.
Oh,
And I hope it
like
comes on a stream day or a Sunday fun day or something, so I can watch you and watch you turn all red.
If it's because it's going to say it's from you on it, right? On the box. If it says it's from you on the box, I will just wait until either we're in Discord together or streaming to open it. Does that work? That way you can get the full.
And be on camera because I want to see you turn all red. And
fine, I'll be on camera. See, I'm already. I'm pre-rose. It's really easy to make me blush, though. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it to y'all. We got like 20 minutes left in the stream, and I could like do a short sprint if you want to, or we can just be the gaggle of blatherskites that we are, and just like blah 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 for the rest of the stream. I know some of you have goals, and you may want to do a sprint. So. I've hit my goal, so I have no horse in this race. So, though, why are you sending me lists of closings and cancellations? What's going on? Oh, for Veterans Day. Okay, sorry. I saw an email that said closings and cancellations. I'm like, why are you telling me? What do I have to do with any of this? I still don't know why they're sending it to me, but okay. Because I am. I am poor, so I don't know what I'm going to do for me. I'm not going to be able to do as much as I want to for so many people, but I'm going to try to do something for people because y'all have meant a lot to me, and giving gifts is one of the things that makes me happy. And when my mind is in Lady Gaga self-harm mode, I really need to do things that make me happy.
Lady Gaga self-harm mode.
I really don't like this song. Like, I didn't like it when I first heard it. Like, it's a fine song, but my brain really ran the wrong way with it, and the fact that it won't leave my head. It's fun to wake up to every morning, though. This is a lie. What I just said is a lie. Ooh, sorry, we just got an update on the yeah, I'm not I am kids. I am. Oh, it's a video. No, I'm not gonna watch that. I thought it was a blog post. They just did an update about the recreational marijuana legalization that passed yesterday. And I was like, ooh, tell me more. Tell me more. When do I get to go on my shopping spree?
Jules, I'm not sure. It says that I can get them through Amazon, but I don't like the reviews, and I don't want my chocolate not good.
Well, the other thing with that is, for example, the reason I keep trying to get Laura to take my money and have her
just
send
coffee
me,
it to her.
I did. But why I try to get her to send me the Rolo hot chocolate, for example, is it is $5 a thing in Canada and when I put in my U.S. address, they want to charge me $25 a can. The moment I type in my U.S. address, they add $20 to the price.
Like, I'm randomly one day gonna message Laura and be like, "Hey, I'm sending you this amount of X amount, probably gonna be $100 to cover shipping." Because like that would give me like 40 something dollars worth of candy, and then the rest would go to shipping. Because it's expensive to ship stuff to America.
Because honestly, just to put on my glory hat for a minute, which Brian stole and is over there. It's probably because Canada has outlawed a lot of the food additives that
And
we
it
allow.
legitimately tastes different. It melts in your mouth differently and everything.
Like when I started thinking about it, I was like, I think I've probably cracked the code on this. I think I finally figured out what the difference is.
What sucks is I'm so close to Canada.
You really are.
Sometimes we actually do get some of the Canadian candy here in Michigan. And sometimes we don't. And I can tell you what we don't. The carrot milks I want.
More cookies accomplished.
Well, the dogs have been fed now, so. But I did eat a cookie.
That doesn't mean that you didn't sneak and make another batch of cookies.
No, I didn't make another batch of cookies. So
no one
only
needs
the
to
two
know.
batches.
It's just us.
Jules, if I drove, I would totally cross the border just for carrot milks. I don't think you'll understand.
The next full eclipse, total eclipse that I think covers this part of the country and into Canada is 2024. And so we've been keeping that in the back of our minds as a go back to Canada, but this time as a family trip.
Oh, fun.
Since we were there in 2017 for our honeymoon. So
what's the honeymoon?
You know what I'm going to be doing? Loading up on, huh?
I said, what's a honeymoon?
They didn't have one of those.
To one man. I have never had one of these things. What is a honeymoon?
Have you ever gone on vacation after your wedding? Even for a day.
Mm-hmm. We have done quite a few work trips since we've been together. That
doesn't count.
He counts as vacation.
That doesn't count.
His parents have drug us to places
that doesn't count.
No.
That doesn't.
Okay, so are you telling us that if we do the writer retreat, we're gonna have to section off some days and be like, okay, here's your honeymoon. We all planned it. Have fun. Is that what you're telling us?
Basically,
so.
he doesn't do time off well, and I only ever planned one trip in my life that I really wanted to take for my 40th birthday. I wanted to Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, across the United States with a gaggle of my best friends. Like we found a bus to rent and everything to go out to Las Vegas to see Cher, who was playing on the night of my birthday. So I could have my 40th birthday with Cher in Vegas after an amazing trip with all of my drag friends. And everyone canceled. Every single one of them. And you can't afford group trips.
Oh, man.
By yourself because they're expensive. So, yeah. I no. This is not a thing that we have done. I do want to go to Canada, though.
If I drove, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they'll still accept it. They did for a while accept the Michigan Real IDs. You could cross the border.
See, technically, the Real IDs are supposed to work for that, but that was part of.
Also, you can't get onto a military base without a Real ID. The regular ID, you can't. The Real ID, you can.
So, funny story. Brian had to go get his ID updated, and he went in, and for some reason, when they checked the birth certificate, they wouldn't accept it this time because we are this many, like this year, we discovered they made a boo-boo, and his mom took home his actual birth certificate that was supposed to be filed, and not it's not a official like issued one.
Oh no.
He has his actual birth certificate because she was like, "Why is it all handwritten? What is it? Where's the numbers that are supposed to be?" So they refused to issue him his real ID because they would not accept his birth certificate because it's not the one issued by the state. It's the one the doctors filled out at the hospital.
Oh man. That's a
That technically he's probably not supposed to have.
no, I don't think so.
And all these years, we did not know this. Like he's used it like every time, like bring your birth certificate. Like, here you go. And like, yeah,
Birth certificate, social security card.
yeah. This year we found that out. So, like, I always have problems in other states because Missouri is the worst in every possible way. And on the top of our birth certificate, it says this is a facsimile. This is a facsimile copy. Cannot be used for identification. And they print that on every birth certificate that they issue. So when you live in other states and you hand it to them, they're like, well, we need one that we can actually use. And we're like, no, they all say this. They all say this. The state is just a dick. The state's the worst. And then it starts this whole process. Like when we lived in Maryland, when we lived in California, like this whole process where you have to like get them to call somebody in Missouri. And they're like, oh yeah, all of our birth certificates say that it's real. You can use it. Like, but it specifically says that we can't use it. And they're like, yeah, we just do that.
Because we're jerks.
Yeah. So that's really fun. Everywhere else we've ever gone to visit. Maryland redid theirs 10 years ago. Yeah. I honestly missed my Maryland ID just because that was the last time I was like super cute and not completely destroyed by the world. Because I got my ID recorded right before my identity got stolen.
Oh no.
So like I didn't have any of the worry lines on my face. Like I still had like the closest thing I will ever have to a baby face. Like I was really cute on my ID. Like I did my hair and everything because super queer. Like they're gonna take a bad picture of me. And like every ID since then has just been like fine. Like eyes half closed. My California ID, they would not let me take another picture, and I literally sneezed when they snapped it.
Oh no.
Like I've not had a good ID since. I miss my Maryland ID. I was cute. It was a softer, sweeter me that had not been broken by the world yet. I had not been betrayed by everybody that I know, and only one of the great pilferings had happened. And it felt like it was going to be a fluke, not a sign of many things to come. I miss that ID. It was special. I think I still have it in a box back there. I should look, because if I do, I'll pull it out and show it to you and be like, see, look. I used to not look like I had been hit in the face by the universe.
I think my dad might have almost every single ID he's ever had. He kind of keeps them in a bundle. And he actually, like, it's really fun to just, like, watch him lay them out in order. And it's like, wow, look at the gray hair form.
Okay,
it's like,
so,
oh, look, you can tell when you acquire daughters.
I know I have a weird headcanon about your father, but you say this, and I see your dad with like a
My
hobo
dad
bundle
would be like, look
that
at
he
the hairline,
swings around.
Rashid.
It's like a bag of holding, like he just shoves his entire arm way down into it and just starts pulling stuff out.
The stack of IDs is tied with a rubber band.
Like, I know
Doesn't
my
have a
brain
hobo bag.
really wants to write mythology about your father, but woo, okay, I'm better. Hi. What were you saying, Carrie, before I completely interrupted with my nonsense?
I said my dad's adoption of the ID would have been receding hairline. And then those couple years in the 90s where he had it really long in the back and a big beard.
If I can find the box that should be in, it would also have my old California ID on it, which we got right when we moved there after I had my whole Sinead O'Connor breakdown and shaved my head. So I'll also share that one if I can find it.
So, pictures of my dad, for the longest time, the middle of his beard was darker. And the reason is my aunt, when he was younger, pissed her off. She took a razor and went like this, straight up the middle of his beard.
Siblings.
Never piss off your older sister. That's the answer. She also hit him upside the head with a cast iron skillet.
Or your younger sibling. Well, I was technically her brother at the time, because I'm not going to tell the story of what I did to my poor sister Terry, that she very much kind of deserved but didn't, when she pulled a bad Christmas prank on me and she had to get stitches.
Oh no.
Yeah, don't upset the 7-year-old that much. Like, don't do that. And don't wear really big hoop earrings when you do that.
Ooh.
That's all I'm going to say.
Hell.
You can fill in the rest of the story.
Yeah, I can.
I don't want to, but I can.
She got me an empty box for the one toy that I wanted that no one else actually got me.
Oh no.
She got me an empty box and weighted it to feel like it had stuff in it.
Oh, that's mean.
She's lucky that's the only thing that happened to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ow.
I may have also turned one of her Miss Piggies into a voodoo doll. Like, there are so many reasons why I'm just like, I could have gone a different way, y'all. Like, I could have gone a way different way. I was a little rage demon as a child.
My sister used me as an attack dog. I had a habit of biting people.
Why does that not surprise
Or
me, actually?
clawing them. And my niece does it now too, is I used to hiss or growl. But very well. So you'd be like, is this a human child? Or are they something else?
I was a kicker, so if somebody irritated me, like, kicking did happen. But I was also really uncoordinated and kind of had, like, if you've ever seen Bob's Burgers, like Tina floppy arms. Like, I would turn and my arms would just be like, just like move, because I didn't, like, it took a long time for me to understand, like, you can control your shoulders. They don't have to just go wiggy, wiggy, wiggy wherever they want to go when you're, like, running and jumping and doing things and whatnot. And this was very dangerous for most of the men in my life, because they'd, like, call my name and I would spin around and my arms would just whee. And when you're a child, you're just at the right height for one of your hands to just shmackums. I smacked
Okay,
many a person.
This story has, like, evolved over just because it's funny to watch the facial expressions. But my mom's older sister is very short comparatively. My mom's like 5'9", 5'10". My aunt is about that height. And then there's Aunt Terry, who is like 5 foot nothing and 90 pounds soaking wet. And she's the best person in the world. She's my godmother. I adore her. She's so wonderful. We call her Mother Teresa. Anyway, so we were at my other aunt's house for, like, Thanksgiving or something, and my one cousin is standing there, and somebody calls his name, and he turns around, and he doesn't realize that Terry's standing behind him, and he kind of, like, bumps her. Well, every time we retell the story, we're like, oh yeah, he, like, full-on clotheslined her.
You can accidental clothesline.
Just
This is possible. This is a thing that can happen.
Mhm.
Fluffy arms are a terrible thing.
But he did bump her like pretty hard. Like she kind of staggered, and we're all like, oh, like nothing was ever going to happen except for the teasing and the exaggerated story every time we tell it. Because it's fun to see the facial expressions and how everybody can add on.
Yeah.
Like clearly, I am not the only storyteller in the family.
I got my storytelling
just
from my
channeled
dad's
mine.
side. Yeah. I kind of wish my dad had written books. I've tried to talk him into it over the years, and he has not given in. But man, does he have some
feel
story.
like the only way I would, if I could manage it, it'd be interesting to write down my dad's biography of like all of the stupid stories. Like the time he walked into a restaurant that may or may not have been run by the potentially Italian mob and made a joke that he should not have. I'm like, Dad, how am I alive? How do I exist?
What? Who hasn't done that once or twice? Granted, it was the Korean mob.
It was the
But-
joke about tires and something about Italian tires going wop wop wop. I don't remember the full joke. If I asked my dad, he could tell me the full joke. But I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
sir, you're lucky they didn't pull a pew pew on you. Like, sir, how do I exist?
After the first time my dad got sick, I gave him 10 composition notebooks because he'd been tossing around the idea of doing like a memoir or something. He's like, I don't know where to start. And I'm like, just start writing down stories. He never touched them.
Oh.
Alrighty, it is time for us to go into the darkness. Does anybody have anything that they would like to say before we run off?
Peanut butter cookies are delicious.
All these people are awesome.
Just a fiduciary reminder on my part, because I'm bad at it. If you would like to, if you're thinking of signing up for World Anvil or for Plotter Pro, links in the doobly-doo, and I get a bit of a kickback from that. That helps me out. They're both very good services, and I highly recommend both.
Amazing services.
I actually really like Plotter. They just added Dropbox support, so if you want to use that for syncing instead, you can. And I do a lot. One of the reasons why I like them is I do a lot of thinking into my phone when I don't have my laptop out, and then open my laptop and it's there. It's great. I love so much. But I always forget to like promote the things. But there you are. I did it. Maybe Brian will be proud of me when he gets home. Yes, the links are in the doobly-doo.
My final
What
thing
about
is
the
read
over
Charlie
internet?
stories, read cat stories, and hire Megan somebody.
Please, I beg of you.
Hi, Megan.
Never mind. That's a thought for another time. Anywho, have the fun. I will be on Twitch tomorrow. Excuse me. Well, I will be late because I have a thing that I have to do. But Brian and Tom and them will be on Twitch tomorrow. And
Oh, Coffee Bunny's also tomorrow. Is it on mine or Glory's? I think it's on mine. I have it written down somewhere.
I'm happy I remembered
it's
where
on
my
yours.
stream's going to be.
I think Gloria said something about it last week.
Yeah, I think it was on Glory's last week.
I don't know what
I
Brian
would-
has got planned for tomorrow, but I know it will be shenanigans
The shenanigans.
because it's always Brian. It's always shenanigans.
Yeah, it's you guys playing Valheim or any kind of video game. There's shenanigans with Brian in video games.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Coffee Bunny is on my channel.
I've watched enough Don't Starve together.
Just remember the golden rule: if you ever play a game with my husband, the doctor lies. He is the doctor.
You will die.
So many times.
Very
Alrighty.
often and frequently.
Have fun. I will see you back here over on yeah. See you either there on Thursday or back here on Friday. I can't talk anymore. Go check out my coffee. All the stories are there. Bye.